Hello, 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 hello. I'm trying to fix this screen. There we go. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Bravo and Blaze, your unfiltered, unapologetic, and unhinged home for all things Bravo and beyond. I'm your host, Jenny Blaze, and yes, we are live across the internet, so wear your seatbelt. As a disclaimer, this live stream is for entertainment and commentary purposes only. We are not affiliated with Bravo, NBC Universal, or any of their cast members, though if they're watching, hello. All opinions are mine, all receipts are public, and all shade is free of charge. Before we jump in, if you're new here, press the subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. Follow and leave a 5-star review if you're currently listening to this podcast. And make sure you check out bravoandblaze.com for all our links, merch, and a sign up for our newsletter. And if you want the truly unfiltered tea, you can join Patreon for bonus content over at patreon.com/bravoandblaze. Before we get into our shows, I must tell you all what to watch. Excuse me. So first I want to tell you to go check out my interview with Susie from Official Binge or Cringe, where we did a deep dive on Love Island, because I am still disturbed by that show. Like, why are they spitting milk into each other's mouths? That's disgusting. Thankfully, I had Susie to help guide me through that whole experience, because it was rough, but fascinating for sure. Also, you must listen to my interview with Dana from the Bravo Investigator. So this interview, the purpose of our interview was to really talk about our experience as quote unquote bloggers, as the women from OC like to refer to us. But I just like talking to other creators in general, whether they're podcasters, YouTubers, tweeters, TikTokers, anyone who produces content regularly, I guess, essentially. I love to get their experience, because that's where the fourth wall really becomes murky, in my opinion. And every content creator that I talk to has a different experience. And we also obviously are different people. So we all have our different kind of standards and code of conduct that we try to navigate, which typically is similar to each other, but obviously we're different. So it's just interesting to me how everyone navigates. So go check out that interview, because in addition to hearing about that experience, we also spilled some tea related to the Real Housewives of Orange County, which is such a fucking mess. We'll get into it when we get into the Bravo TV lineup, which we're going to do right now. And I just want to say what's up to Just Kelly. She's in our live chat. Hello, beautiful Blazers. Max, what's up? TGIF. It is the best day. Actually, Monday might be my new favorite Bravo night, which is a perfect segue. Sorry for any long pauses. I'm multitasking and we're live. Okay, let's go to our first show. Oh, and I wanted to mention one thing. So if you are a longtime listener or watcher of Bravo and Blaze, you may have noticed that our format and scheduling has been in flux over this summer. We've been experimenting with new and different formats, both visually and frequency-wise. And then we had our little break for 1 week or 2 weeks. But we caught up last week, and I think what we're going to stick with going forward is we will always be going live on Fridays. If not live, at least something will be recorded and released once a week to cover all the new Bravo TV shows that have been aired that week. And we used to cover like other outside Bravo TV news, which we still will do, but I just feel like I got burnt out because I was just doing way too much. So we're doing less, and I actually like improvising. So normally, or in the beginning, I would have a script all written out for myself. But then as I started to get more comfortable, I would just start improvising like I am now. And I feel like that just created more authentic content. And it was more fun for me and less of a headache and less prep work. So we're going to stick with the Bravo TV lineup, but if you have things, hot takes or breaking news or Bravo related topics or pop culture related topics, you can drop them in the live chat and I'll read them. Okay, let's go straight to Monday because I'm not doing Bravo on Sunday nights anymore. It was already difficult to watch Real Housewives of Atlanta. But now we have King's Court, which I am interested to know about these three kings, these three men that are on this dating show. But yeah, I can't consciously watch women fight over a guy. Like, this is ass backwards. So what are we doing here? I just can't watch it. If they had just like a different kind of show, not a dating show about those three guys, I would watch it. But I don't want to watch women trying to fight for them. That's sending a bad message. Okay. Anyways, so we're skipping Sunday and we're going straight to my favorite night. Who would have thought that Monday nights are our favorite nights? I love Mondays now, and it's because of Below Deck. And it's because of the McBee Dynasty. And when I say I love the McBee Dynasty, please do not get it twisted. That does not mean I love the McBees. I love to hate watch that show, which I think we all need, because studies show that people who hate the same things have strong bonds. And that's what we're here for. We do not condone any attacking of anyone, but we need to vent, okay? We're human. All right, Below Deck, season 12, episode 9. Some like it stilly. Yikes. The St. David crew picks up the pieces after Hurricane Kelly, drunk Kelly, as I like to call her. Kyle gets handsy with the primary, and Jess faces the consequences of her actions at the villa. I kind of loved it. Rainbow decides Solene's issues are above her pay grade. Oh my gosh. I really like Rainbow. Like, I don't know. I feel some kind of motherly instinct to like help her. Not like help her, but like just like something about her makes me want to nurture her in some way. Like, she clearly has trauma from her childhood and her relationships with her sisters. So she has like no core to like be like in a safe place, I feel like. And she clearly needs some kind of ayahuasca trip or some wellness retreat after this season, because she went through it. She suffered a lot with Solane, and she finally is like, I don't give a fuck. And what did she say? I think I tweeted this. When was this? This was Monday. Oh, drunk Kelly. She goes to Solane, you're all good. Go to bed, bitch. I was like, damn, Rainbow. She is not going to hold back, and I love that for her. What else? Drunk Kelly, when she gets off the boat, she's the worst. Till the very end, screaming, pussy, but like just obscene. But as she's going out, she's like, where's my bag? And her friend was like, on your shoulder. She was just such a mess. I've never seen anything like that. And I don't think she got arrested or detained. I think her friend who went with her, which was a primary, kind of saved the day. And no wonder she came back after dealing with Kelly. One of the charter guests was like, tell your crazy ass white trash friend that she needs to like go home. He's like, I don't date train wrecks. He hated Kelly. And I love that for us because someone had to say it. And also, I want an update on Drunk Kelly from Jersey. Where is she now? Also, who knew that Damo could do such an amazing Jersey accent? I was thoroughly impressed. What else happened on this episode? Jess faces the consequences of her action. So I am so team Barbara. I love a scorned woman. And I love how Jess is so strict with her boundaries. Like, I feel like Barbara. She's so strict with her boundaries with Jess because I feel like if this was a hetero situationship, I feel like the guy would have somehow convinced the girl like, oh, I was just drunk and I didn't mean it. It meant nothing, a lot. And then like they'll continue to probably have their situationship. But Barbara's like, no, you're dead to me. Like she actually didn't come off that way when she spoke to Jess. She was very clear. She's like, I don't want to hurt anyone and I don't like that, blah, blah. And Jess took it. She's like, yeah, I get it. But then when Jess tried to be friendly with Barbara was not having it. She just straight up ignored her. And you know what? Good for her. You cannot mess with people's emotions like that and act like everything is okay. It's actually psychotic for people to act like it's okay. And I'm not saying that Jess is acting as if she didn't do anything wrong. She's very aware that Barbara is pissed and she knows she deserves it. So at least we get some kind of like self-awareness from Jess. But I just feel like if it were a dude, he'd be like, what's the problem? Yeah, I'm man hating right now. Okay, what else? Anything else on Below Deck? Anyone in the chat? What else happened on Below Deck? I just like am still in shock from Hurricane Drunk Kelly. She is just so, that was wild. Wild. All right, let's move on to the McBee Dynasty. Season 2, episode 6, Never Seen a Rock So Big. Cole sets out to win Casey back after his poor behavior in the Ozarks with a surprise baby moon. But it may be at the cost of saving the farm. Steven runs into trouble with a potential business partner and looks to his mother to get Galina's head back in the game. Oh my God. I'm just reading this description for the first time, and this last sentence, Steven runs into trouble with a potential business partner. So this whole beef deal that Steven has been trying to lead has been such rookie status from beginning to end, and it's still continuing. And I feel bad for these restaurant owners who have to explain to Steve Jr. how meat shrinks and how the fat affects the amount of fat on the steak affects how you cook it and how long, and that impacts their operations. They're running a business here, and Steve Jr., I mean, luckily Steve Jr. didn't like charge them, but geez, like get it together. He, instead of being like, maybe I need to like go do some more homework on how this business is run, instead of doing that, he's like, this is because of Galina. It's all because of Galina. What? She's got her head in her ass and she's drinking at work. Like, thank God Steve Jr. did check in with Galina a little bit more this episode, but still it feels like it's rooted from a selfish place and not out of like authentic and genuine concern for Galina. And I guess now that we've seen Galina and Mama McBee get together, because this whole time, like, people were saying it in comments on social media and stuff, but I did not know that Galena was the other woman when Steve Sr. was married, and we got that background this week. And I didn't know that Galena also started as being their, was she their cleaning lady? Like, I need to go back and watch. Someone, Max, I know Max will know. Max said, "Where's Steve Sr.?" Yeah, we haven't seen Steve Sr. at all. We're on episode 6. And every episode is this family trying to clean up his shit. It's so insane. Like, I don't know how they don't watch this back and are not like, wow, our dad is basically Lord Farquaad and he sucks. Oh, somebody sent me some of his stories on Instagram. He's posting Bible quotes. Oh, that like just completely makes me insane. I'm like so outraged by that. Nothing makes me more mad. Well, a lot of things make me mad, but one thing that makes me really mad is when people claim to be Christian and use the Bible. And this goes for any religion, but I've seen it most with Christianity because that's how I was raised, is in a church, a Christian church. And I just want to like rip my hair out when I see these people are like, I'm a Christian. And then they do awful, awful things. Like, I have a commandment for you, Steve Sr. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Do not quote the Bible, sir. You are awful. And this is why I love to hate watch the McBee Dynasty for the reasons like this. But going back to Steve Jr., who's like dealing with this beef, this botched beef deal, he's just blaming Galena, and his solution, instead of like stepping up and like taking the lead, he's like, we got to get Galena back in the game. I know. Let me parent trap my mother with the woman who broke up our family so that we can fix our business. What? Like, I wish women were born with even half the amount of audacity that men seem to have written in their DNA, because I just don't. It's unbelievable to me. I hope, like, I'm always willing to see a change for the better. So I'm hoping that they watch this back and are like, maybe we shouldn't be relying on Galena. Maybe we need to take ownership of our own business. Like, hello. Max said, I think Galena started off as a receptionist. Oh my God. I don't know. Like, I need to go back and watch that episode because I like had so much anxiety watching Galena and Mama McBee sit down and have a conversation after Galena admits and apologizes for being the other woman to Mama McBee. She's like, I didn't realize until it happened to me, which is like, everyone knows that saying, right? You lose them how you get them or whatever. Like, he's now sleeping with Masha, her best friend. That's wild. And where is Steve Sr.? He's just floating around country to country with Masha, his third mistress. Don't forget there was one mistress in between Galena and Masha in season 1. I forgot her name. She's engaged now and happy, according to her. And we know that because Steve Jr. still talks to her and is still friends with her. Steve Jr., is this some kind of brainwashing? The way that he is like feeling this requirement to clean up his dad's messes is wild to me. His dad has $80 million in debt. I'd be pissed. I wouldn't be like, Galena, fix it. I'd be like, Dad, you suck. And you need to come home from your European vacation and clean up the dead chickens in your chicken coop. If that's what you think is what happened, which there were no dead chickens. So I don't think anything like that happened. But the cowboy hats were massacred. Good. I'm glad. Max said, Mom McBee is MVP. That's right. She really is. But also, like, I don't know. The whole thing with Calla, I wish Calla would just go become independent, but she clearly has been enabled, and Steve Jr. has taken care of her financially for an extended period of time. And I do feel like if that's the case, like you never see any women who get divorced and their husband is like, oh my God, she cut me off financially. I couldn't even buy groceries. Like, that never happens. That never happens, because I don't think a woman would do that to someone. Like, I would never do that to someone. But men will do that to women while they are taking care of their children. It's disgusting. And while they're off with another woman in another country. Disgusting. I hate that. Okay. Anyways, Calla needs to get a job and needs to go away. But the way that Mom McBee is like, yeah, I'll co-sign for your apartment to get, like, she wants to do that to get Calla out of their lives. But like, I feel like that's just extending the connection longer, because what, now you're signing a 1-year lease? I mean, I guess if she feels like the only way is for her to intervene, I don't know. It's just weird. I don't know. We need to know more. But Cole, let's not forget how disgusting he was with Calla on the last 2 episodes. And he's trying to make up for it with a baby moon. And it's just like, I don't know. How does Cole? Oh, and then in the scenes for the next episode, somebody brought home a woman, allegedly. That's how they're staging it, at least. And it may be Cole. Like, how does Cole even get anyone or convince somebody to take off their clothes with him? Like, ugh. Sorry, that's mean, but I hope his baby mama decides not to marry him. Sorry, I said it. Okay, what else? Should we move on to the Valley? I keep forgetting about the Valley, by the way. I'm like trying to make it go away in my head. My brain has already like tried to remove it. We have 1 more week, thank God. So sick of the show. I hate the show right now. And when I say I hate a show, it doesn't mean like I want it canceled or like I want people to be fired or anything like that. Like, I'm not trying to ruin people's lives or like interrupt anything, but just I'm giving my opinion. I hate this show right now. I would like to see it turned around in season 3, but I don't think it's going to. I mean, Alex Baskin is bringing on Sheena, Brock, Lala, maybe Jeremy Maddox. We love Ariana, but I don't know about Jeremy. And who else did they say? Oh, maybe I think Schwartz is like, he's part of the Valley, I feel like, even if he doesn't want to. Schwartz is totally a serial killer's wet dream. He probably doesn't even want to be on reality TV or live in LA, and somehow people are just telling him like, just stay. And he's like, okay. And then Jax moves in and he's stuck. He's like, I can't leave now. But who else? Sandoval, I just saw today, or maybe it was yesterday. Sandoval said that he doesn't even want to do the Valley or reality TV anymore. And I was like, that is shocking. Like, is Tom Sandoval improving? Is he becoming more self-aware? Is he actually getting better? Because I would love to see that. If not, stay away. But if he's truly like bettering himself, I wouldn't mind seeing like a little cameo. Max said Sandoval's lying. He's like, I don't want to be on the Valley, but look at me. Look at me. Where is he? Sandoval, do you want to be on the Valley? What do you think? Should he be on the Valley? This man is the same age as me. Actually, I think he's younger than me. A little bit. Born same year. Anyways. Let's see what happened. Reunion part 2. I like really, my mental just like shuts down. Anytime Jax is talking, pretty much. I'm just like, I don't want to hear anything he has to say. Let me read the episode description. The Valley Season 2, Episode 17, Reunion Part 2. Jax opens up about his sobriety journey and continues to butt heads with Brittany over his actions last summer. Jesse attempts to make peace with his soon-to-be ex-wife before Michelle revisits a long-rumored truth. Tensions come to an explosive head between the Buccos and the Capernas. Like, none of these storylines are interesting to me. I don't want to hear about it. Honestly, like, I'm sick of this show. Ugh. It's awful. Like, and I think when I post clips and I leave a caption or whatever, some people jump to conclusions on like, oh my God, she said that. What Janet said, and this is true, I said, what Janet is saying about Danny is not wrong. Like, if that's true. And I think everyone just like assumes I'm sticking up for Janet. It's like, no, Janet is also being a Karen, a major Karen about things. Like, she doesn't need to be, but also at the same time, like, I think about this behavior not being checked and it continuing to happen. It's a like repetitive pattern that of behavior that Danny's demonstrating. And he straight up said that he doesn't think he has a problem with alcohol. And that to me is concerning, especially with Nia, his wife. And she should go hard to protect her family and her husband. But in some, I hope in, behind closed doors, I hope Nia is talking to Danny about his relationship with alcohol in a more serious way that we're not seeing, because it's concerning. Like, as someone, I have daughters, and to know that they're like, I get scared to think about when my kids are old enough, my daughters are old enough to be around drunk people like Danny, who we could be friends with him at church, and during the day at church on Sundays, he is a great guy. We're like, oh my God, look at this amazing Christian guy. But then at a party or something where my daughters feel safe because they know this sober Danny, if they're like, he starts to drink, that makes me nervous if he has a tendency to have this kind of repetitive behavior. And like, Janet and Jason, I think another reason people are getting so upset is because Janet and Jason are going so hard for Danny, but they're not giving the same energy towards Jax. And I agree with that as well. Like, why are Janet and Jason only calling out Danny? Like, I'm not against them calling out Danny, but I am, the hypocrisy and the level of energy is not matched for people who are doing same, if not worse behavior. So that part I can see is like enraging for people. Let's see. You guys have some comments. Max said, Jason and Janet not looking great. Yeah, everyone hates them right now. Like, feel that way towards them. I don't know, maybe because I'm like kind of like checked out because this season has sucked. And Alex Baskin, I will give him credit. He is really good at taking nothing and making something out of it. Like with Vanderpump Rules. That was amazing. With The Valley, that was amazing. But then when it's like at its peak, it's doing so good. Like don't do anything. Don't fuck it up. He drives them into the ground. Like, ugh, and it's painful to watch. And I think that this reality, the delivery of reality TV as we have always known it is just outdated and needs to evolve because, or there needs to be clear-cut guidelines and a code of conduct spelled out for everyone so that we don't have situations like OC where they're talking about bloggers, whatever that means, and they're generalizing what their definition of blogger means. Meanwhile, like, I don't know, am I a blogger? Like some people said I am. I'm like, okay, well, if I'm a blogger, then Tamara's a blogger and so is Emily. And like, this is just absurd. And maybe that's why I can't like even retain the emotions around any of these storylines because I'm like, this is just so obnoxiously absurd. I can't take any of it seriously. Not that like we should take any of it that seriously to begin with, but like, I don't know. I like watching reality TV and I know that it's not like natural. It's not natural to have a whole camera crew in your face. But I like to see things to be as authentic as possible. However, if you look at the beginning of reality TV, look at like real world days, technology has come very far. I mean, for God's sake, they didn't even have cell phones back then. They had like one phone that they all had to share. And then when they did get internet, they weren't allowed to use internet at all, I don't think. And they weren't allowed to watch TV. But then things changed, I think, at some point. Maybe that's why they got rid of Real World because they're like, oh, everyone's complaining they can't watch TV and they can't have their cell phones or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's just the way that technology has evolved, it's definitely impacted the way that these reality shows are being delivered to us. And it's too much. Like there needs to be some kind of line, that fourth wall. But what is that fourth wall? Don't use it in your favor when it's convenient for you and then chastise us for being like, but that's not in the rules. And they're like, we're going to do whatever we want and whatever. Like, why is Jack still going to Bravocon? Does he even want to go to Bravocon? Does anyone want to see him at Bravocon? I would be concerned for him. Like, I wouldn't do anything if I saw him, but there are drunk people at Bravocon. Who knows what they're going to do? Anyways, what else? Did I read that? Yeah, I did. I don't really want to talk about the Valley that much. Let's see, what else did you guys say? Just Kelly said, Janet and her superior attitude can exit stage left, and Jason is a full-on weirdo. But why does Jason have so much smoke for Danny, but none for Jax? Yeah. No, exactly. I totally get that. It's like, you can't, it is hypocritical, but at the same time, I'm not going to ignore somebody's bad behavior like that. I don't think it's okay what Danny's doing. Like, and I'm not saying Danny's a bad guy, but he needs to evaluate his relationship with alcohol. If he knows that he's sexually assaulted someone, like, at what point is rock bottom for Danny Bucco? If he does that to the wrong person, he could get beat up. If he did that to a woman who's with her husband and the husband is, I don't know, is not okay with that, there could be physical consequences for Danny. Or somebody could press charges. He could go to jail. Or he could get sued. Like, when is Danny going to like take a look at that and think, is this worth it? And he did say, oh, I haven't drank in a couple weeks. Great, keep it up. Like, that shouldn't be like, oh my God, he's totally better. He's fine because he's not drinking for 2 weeks. Like, okay, that's great. That's a good start. Keep it going. And I'll definitely be rooting for him. Like, I don't want to see any of these people fail. Like, I'm mad at Jax for taking the opportunity that he's had and just completely thrown it out the window. And like, for what? For drugs? To bang other women? Like, what is it? Was it worth it? You lost your job, your kid, your wife, your house. Like, that's not cute. I don't get it. Why did he do all this? Max said, so much criticism for Alex, and later we will talk about his other show. Yeah, Alex. Why does Alex Baskin hate us? Or does he hate himself? Who is it? Alex, who do you hate? Do you hate your parents? He's mad about his ice cream upbringing. Something. We need to like have a therapy session with Alex Baskin. Let's see. Renee said, Danny and Nia, are they leaving? I don't think so. Max said, I don't think they are leaving, especially they have a big family. Wait, leaving what? Like the show? I don't think so. I really don't like to see people leave unless it's like because they're going on to bigger and better things, like Paige DeSorbo. Like, that's a happy ending. Jax, no, this is not it. It's not it. Jesse, with your binder, your lawyer who is yourself, talking to yourself in the mirror, like, what? Oh, Renee said, I seen a blind item, a couple quits. Oh, a couple on the Valley quits. Which couple? Could be any couple. Who would it be? Maybe Jason and Janet. I don't know. I feel like they wouldn't quit. Maybe Kristen and Luke. Who would it be? It can only be Janet and Jason, or Danny and Nia, or Kristen and Luke. Or maybe it wouldn't be Zach and Benji. Did it specifically say married couple in the blind? That's important. Important during a medley energy. Could have been Jasmine and her fiance, maybe. I don't know. I guess we will see. Let's move on. Anything else on the Valley? Did I see? Oh, yeah. I have some tea, but I can't talk about it right now. It has to do with Jax and his podcast. It's so funny, but I can't right now. And we'll save that for Patreon. Oh my gosh. This just unraveled like late last night. Anyways, okay. What's next? Miami. Oh wait, before we move on, Max said, what are we watching Tuesday night when the Valley is over? Good question, because Sunday is weird for me now. Like, what are we? Actually, I have shows lined up that I want to watch, so there's plenty of things I can watch. I'm not worried about that, but like, what's going on with Bravo? When are we getting new shows? What's the next new show that's going to be airing on Sundays now that we don't have Atlanta? And then the Valley or Next Gen was on Tuesdays, so that's over. The Valley is going to be done next week. What else? And then, yeah, I don't know. We have Salt Lake City coming soon. Maybe that'll take over Tuesdays. Wait, when is Salt Lake City starting? Season 6, which, by the way, we got a little sneak peek with Mary and Meredith, and I'm so excited. I actually have another side surprise for you all that I'll share on Patreon as well, coming up this next week. Let's see, season 6 premiere date. Do we have a premiere date? Oh, it has not been announced yet. Season 5 premiered on September 18th. I mean, we're in August, so it's got to be coming up soon, right? Let's see. Renee said, oh shit, Jax is a whole big problem. Shake my head, yes. Renee said, Sundays, boring, but September, married to medicine. Okay, that's good. Are you going to expensive ass Bravocon? I think they are going to announce Real Housewives of New Jersey. Okay, that's a loaded question because I have so many things to say. One, I do have tickets to go to Bravocon. I have not booked anything yet, so I think I'm going. I have like tickets, but I got to get a flight and hotel and all that stuff. Anyways, let's see. I think, Renee thinks they're going to announce Real Housewives of New Jersey. Like, I hope they don't. If they make any announcements, I hope that the announcement is we are done. I just feel like at some point, sometimes you need to, it's okay for these shows to end and like just start a new show. Like Next Gen NYC, we don't need a RHONY reboot. It lived its glory days. It was beautiful. Why try to keep it? It's like Sex in the City. I stopped with that because I grew up on Sex in the City. I like Carrie Bradshaw was like narrating in my head my whole life. So I loved that show. And I was so hyped for the first movie. I saw the first movie and I was like, this doesn't feel the same. I really don't like this. I hope they stop. And then they did another one. And I'm like, well, I have to go because I'm a stan. And so I go to that and I'm like, okay, I really need them to stop. And then they came out with, and just like that or whatever. I was like, no, this is where I draw the line. So, and I know that's not reality TV, but I just feel like that's normal for stories to come to an end sometimes. Like, we don't have to force it. Don't force it or evolve. It's okay to evolve. What else? Next Gen West. Yeah, I hope they have Next Gen LA. We need that. Max said Andy is in denial. Is Andy in denial? What is he in denial of? Is he in denial of the evolution of media? Is he in denial of what the audience wants? What is it exactly? All right, let's move on. Real Housewives of Miami, Season 2, Episode 9, Preppy, Petty People. I really love this episode. A plan is hatched to get Alexia's mind off Todd. Dr. Jackie makes a house call to Gertie. I loved that, by the way. Julia reveals that she has grown estranged from her daughters. Marisol hosts a preppy party where everyone is held accountable for their actions. I just love the preppy party because they're trying to go for, I feel like New England area, the US is very preppy heavy. And Marisol said that's like, she wanted to, I guess, like pay homage to her roots. She grew up in, like, where did she say? Connecticut or something. But she went to boarding school, which I didn't know she went to boarding school, which is wild. And what else? Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of love seeing them try to be preppy. And it totally reminded me of the Vanderpump Rules girls, Stassi, Kristen, Katie, and Sheena, when they went to the Hamptons to visit the twins or whatever. They're like, what's a clam bake? I love that. That actually is more like out of place to me to see the Miami women wearing preppy clothes. That seems more out of place than seeing them in like Spain. I loved it. And especially Alexia. I love when Alexia wears glasses. Immediately, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's super smart right now. I love it. Max said, Miami always have great parties. Yes. Thank you, Max, for reminding me. We got the reunion seating chart, and I need to go over that. Let's go through. Wait, do we want to talk about this episode anymore? Not really. Yeah, let's talk about the seating chart. I don't have the visual up, but I reposted it. We got this new repost function on Instagram, and I feel like they're just like doing a lot. It's like very busy for me, and it's making my head hurt a little bit. But okay, the reunion filmed yesterday, and the seating chart is Andy in the center, obviously. To his left, we have Alexia, then Larsa, Julia, Marisol, and Kiki. Then to his right, we have Stephanie, the new girl, Lisa Hochstein, Gertie, and Adriana. And I just like, I know technically Adriana, Marisol, and Kiki are not full-time. They're like friend of, but we need to put some respect on these women. Like Julia does not need to be full-time. Stephanie just got here, boss baby. And why is Lisa sitting next to Stephanie? Are they going to like argue sitting next to each other? Yeah, I think I've had enough of Julia. We need more Kiki. We need more. I actually kind of love the Adriana and Marisol feud. It's like petty and silly, kind of like Lisa and Larsa. I like their feuds. Gertie and Julia, it's too much. It's too dark. No, not here for it. And Kiki is just main character energy. She has that vibe. She just exudes main character, in my opinion. I don't know why we don't have her. She needs, or I don't know why we don't have her as full-time. She needs her own show, actually. Like, she's everything. Just Kelly said, whoever made that seating chart was high and not in a good way. I guess Stephanie posted something in her Instagram story saying like, oh, people are mad at me, mama. Like the way she claps back at people is kind of gross to me. And the way she clapped back with this seating chart or whatever didn't really bother me. But when she was clapping back in a solicited ask me anything, so she's asking people to ask her things, and she purposely decided to answer the nasty ones, which I get. Like, I'll be petty. Like, I don't mind being petty once in a while, but not like every single one or like that many. And her clapbacks were like, you're ugly. Like, that's not a clapback. You're ugly? Come on, we need to do better than this. Max said Stephanie bought her seat allegedly. Interesting. Well, I saw a little interview with, I forgot her name. She's from the OG Miami cast back in the day. What is her name? She made an appearance last season, was it? I don't know. Anyways, I saw her doing an interview where she was talking about Stephanie and her husband's finances and their business. And I don't know if this is true. What I think I heard her say was that the business was actually started by, is his name Mohammed? What's his name? Oh my God, I'm totally blanking right now. Masood. Masood's ex-wife. She is the one who started the business, and it's her business, allegedly. Yes, Anna. Thank you, Max and Just Kelly. It was Anna doing an interview where she was spilling this tea. And I was just like, what? If that's true, like, and the whole plane thing, like, yes, I love a flex. Like, I love a private jet moment. But I don't know. I just don't like the way Stephanie moves. It feels like she's trying to manipulate things or drive. She's trying to control things, it feels like. And maybe that's part of her boss attitude or whatever, character, personality. I don't know. But I'm skeptical. I'll be skeptical until I know more, I think. Renee said, I love she didn't invite Lisa on the plane. Of course she wouldn't invite Lisa. Why would she invite Lisa? She's a hater of Lisa. And if her number one pet peeve is people who are late, then definitely don't invite Lisa Hochstein. Like, I don't get mad at friends when I like learn certain things about them. Like, I have a friend for years who always loses her keys. Like, that annoys the hell out of me, but like, I just accept it. And I'm like, okay, that's how she is. That's not going to change. And if I was friends with Lisa Hochstein, I'd be like, I know Lisa's going to be late, so whatever. Renee said, Lisa said she wanted to be her friend because of the plane and yacht. Yeah, I think Lisa was drunk when she said that. She seemed very tipsy. And she said it came out wrong, but yeah, it was not a good look. What else? Renee confirmed, yes, his first wife started it. So whose plane is that? Is that his wife's plane? Did Masood get the plane in the divorce? I doubt Masood's ex-wife cut him off financially. Anyways, let's go to the next one. The Real Housewives of Orange County. I hate that we have to end our week on this because Alex Baskin is torturing us. And I think he is, I don't know if he's purposely and intentionally creating rage content, but it sure as hell feels like it. If he's not doing it intentionally, I wish he would read the room. And sorry if you heard my little alarm go off. Now I'm distracted. Oh my God, that was loud. Alex Baskin is torturing us. This whole, like, from day one, season 19, episode 1, I knew this season was going to piss me off. And we're 5 episodes in, and I was correct because they will not stop talking about bloggers. And I already talked about this earlier, but like, why are we doing this? That term blogger is so outdated. It's confusing. It makes no sense. And Tamara is a blogger if they want to go by this definition. So I kind of have checked out mentally, just like I did with the Valley. And I blame Alex Baskin. Like, this is just insane. And then also, Gretchen and Jen Pedranti had posted this very racially insensitive, I would say. I wouldn't say it's like a racist post, but it was racially insensitive. It was Jen and Gretchen at the gym with like Asian music playing in the background. Gretchen's like squinting her eyes and they're going, whoa, 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 like karate moves or whatever on this thing. And in the show, there's no reason for Gretchen and Jen to be going against Katie. So when I saw that, I was like, this is so ignorant. And like, I need to know what the intention is behind this. And through some further digging, I feel like my witchy sense is telling me that it was directed towards Katie. And if that's the case, that is the most disgusting thing. And I guess they were told to take the post down. which they did, but I recorded it because I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, they should explain. Like, what was your intention behind this? I'm willing to give grace if it's out of ignorance, if they said, oh, that song was like playing that day at the gym and we just thought it was funny or something, like, I'm still going to look at you sideways, but at least there wasn't like directed racially charged behavior at somebody. But this, from my understanding, was directed at Katie. And that's where I think this behavior is just absolutely deplorable, gross. I don't like it. Ugh. And I said this before earlier on this live stream, I am not one to be like, they should cancel this show or they should fire people. Like, I'm not saying that, but like, I do hold Alex Baskin responsible. This is his work. This is what he is delivering to us. And as the executive producer, I think that is your responsibility to make sure that this kind of stuff doesn't happen. And why are you allowing this behavior to happen? It's just, ugh. Okay, season 19, episode 5, The Big Uneasy. The heat builds up at Gina's housewarming party, where Jen learns that Tamara has been showing unflattering photos of her from the past. The group visits New Orleans and embarks on a riverboat cruise where Emily suggests that Shannon is holding Jen back from moving forward with Tamara. Gina and Jen share updates on the dynamics in their home lives. As the ladies indulge in some local fare, they reveal their favorite sexual positions. Yeah, I don't really care for that. I can't pay attention to this show because I'm just so annoyed and I don't want to see a trip to New Orleans. Like, why did they go there? Was there a reason for that? What was the reason, Gina? And the first scene set me off when Gina, she goes to Travis, can you move clean Latifah into the garage? We don't want anyone to see her. And I just instantly, like, I'm already sensitive going into Real Housewives of Orange County. And that's the first thing that happens. I'm just like, if I could flip a table right now, I would Teresa Giudice that, because what the fuck, Gina? Like, how do you think that that's okay? Like, do not disrespect Queen Latifah. How dare you? I am going to name all my dirty rags. Anything related to the bathroom will now be named Gina. Gina, or toilet paper is now called Gina. The toilet is now called Gina. Plungers are called Gina. What else? Wet wipes, those are called Gina. Ginas. Hand me the Ginas. We need more Ginas in this bathroom. Like, how dare you? Ugh. She just makes me so mad. What do I want to say about OC? I don't really want to say anything because I hate this show. Actually, I did say a lot. So last night, I take Benadryl at night, one Benadryl, because I have my cat and like I forgot how allergic I am. So I take it so that I don't wake up like wheezing. And I wanted to post my tweets, so I did, but the Benadryl was hitting me. I was like, oh my God, I can't keep my eyes open. And I wrote out this huge caption. What was I thinking? Okay. Let's see, I'm going through my tweets. Gina's happy her career is doing better. That's great, but your glam is still atrocious and offensive as a housewife. I'm just sorry. Oh, that picture of Jen, the fatty photo. Fuck you all. Fuck everyone. If Jen Pedranti this is her fatty photo, F you, all of you. That's me on like my skinniest day ever in my entire life. I hate you all. You will never see my face again. Yeah, and Gina's glow up, like, while I'm very happy for her, it's just still not doing it for me. I need more. Also, Jen Pedranti, like, it's kind of wild that they're like digging up these quote unquote fatty photos of Jen. She has like the perfect body. Meanwhile, she's saying, I'm not wedding body ready yet. Like, what? If she's not wedding body ready, then what the fuck? I don't like this. I don't like this body shaming, especially Jen Pedranti not thinking that she's ready. Like, are you crazy? She has like 0% body fat. It's wild. Not that body fat percentage is what defines perfection, but you know what I'm saying? Like, why does she feel that way? Didn't she get a lot of work done too? I'm just like, I hate this for women. I don't want to see women, especially like she's gorgeous. That's the only thing I like about her right now is how doe-eyed and great her glam is. So for her to be like, I don't feel ready. Like, okay, we need some deep therapy. Okay. Okay, another thing about Gina. Yes, I'm hating on Gina today. I don't like how Gina badmouths Travis's children's mother on national television. I just think that's gross. You're in a blended family situation. That is, maybe she's done whatever off screen, this ex-wife, but I think there's just, it's out of bounds for Gina to be discussing it on this show. That woman didn't sign up for the show. Travis's children didn't sign up for the show. Get a new storyline or something. Like, it's just, it feels gross to me. Grow the fuck up, Gina. Oh, at one point, Heather Dubrow was talking about like haunting the Dubrow Chateau or whatever. And my mind spiraled. I was like, oh my God, can you imagine like being old in like, let's say 40 years, okay? 40 years from now, we're all still talking. We're all still live streaming on Fridays. And at this point, we've evolved Bravo and Blaze. We're no longer just watching Bravo and Blazing. We want to get to the bottom of things. We want the truth. We are having seances. We are asking the hard-hitting questions like, Lisa Rinna, what were you thinking with those looks at Paris Fashion Week in 2024? What else do we need to know? Like, that actually, like, I'm kind of looking forward to that. I really hope that they haunt us someday. And then Gina was on Watch What Happens Live. She spilled some tea. She said that Emily is not the one who dug up all that information on Katie about her past and all that stuff that she brought to the reunion. Gina said it was Heather Dubrow. And I think that is tacky of Gina. But also, that's not going to look good. I don't think Heather Dubrow is going to love that. And I wonder how this is going to play out. I kind of feel like what I'm hoping, at least, is that Heather sees how lowbrow Gina and Emily are, and she turns on them and teams up with Katie. That's what I'm hoping before the reunion. Because why did Gina drop this information last night? Gina, you're messy. Your glam is messy, and your game is messy. What else? What else? Anything else on OC? What did I say in my caption? It was long. I don't even know what I wrote. Let's see. Gina's glam and her full-time housewife status are offensive. I feel like we're being punished. And the way she talks about the mother of Travis's kids on national TV, grow the fuck up. This blogger, I got to talk about this. Okay. This blogger storyline is twisted and highly manipulated. I know for a fact because I have the receipts, and so do many of us who've been labeled bloggers. Let them keep digging themselves deeper while we stand on solid ground, excuse me, with collective and corroborating receipts. So what I was referring to is Tamara has gone on the Vile Files. She's done some press, and I talked about this on prior live streams. The receipt or the thing that the Bravo Babe posted when Tamara was like, she's harassing me. It was a screenshot of Zoom info. And I'm going to share the blog now because Tamara has finally addressed this. So somebody who has been, wait, I'll just read it. These are my words on Benadryl. Fact, Katie never gave the Bravo Babe the Zoom info link that said Tamra was a leader at Reality Blurb. So that's what Tamra's saying on her press tour right now, that Katie gave her this information, or that Katie gave the Bravo Babe that information about Tamra being the leader of Reality Blurb. And that is just not true. The person who gave all of us content creators that information is not Katie. She's not a Bravo Leb. She's a viewer. She's a normie like us. And I checked it out. I wasn't the only one. I mentioned my interview with Dana from the Bravo Investigator. Go check that out because we talked about it there. That information was sent to all of us. It was not sent from Katie Janela. So that, I don't know why Tamra is saying that. That's a wild spin on things. And this is why I don't like Alex Baskin, because he allows this ridiculous and absurd behavior. Also, Kiki Monique has been on The Real Housewives of Orange County, and I guess she's going to be in it a little bit more. My understanding is that Bravo got permission, and I should probably clear this. This is just a rumor. What I heard was that they got permission from the Bravo Babe to like show her content, but they blurred out her name. Okay, that's weird, right? Kiki Monique, she never gave permission, from my understanding. And if I'm wrong, someone please correct me. But if that is true, if this information is true, that means they are 100% trying to manipulate the content that comes out of the quote unquote bloggers to fit their narrative. And that is weird to me. Like, why are you doing this? Why are you guys trying to make up stuff that us, the audience, we're doing some crazy ass shit and that Katie's involved in it? Like, that is so not true. Like, I wouldn't say it's not true if it wasn't. Like, I would, if that was true, I would probably keep my mouth shut. Like, but it just simply is not true. I know the person who sent all of us that information has sent us other information on many other topics, and we double, triple checked the credibility of the source. It was on Zoom Info's website. So I wrote, fact, Katie never gave the Bravo Babe the Zoom info link that said Tamra was a leader at Reality Blurb. The person who sent it to her also sent it to me and many other creators. That person has been sharing links and info for years on various topics. We double and triple checked the credibility. This was not made up. Could it have been a prank? Maybe. Like that, actually, that's what I'm convinced of right now, is that somebody thought it was funny to say like, oh my God, wouldn't it be funny if this blog that is shown on Alex Baskin's shows all the time was actually Tamra? Like, I could see that. That's kind of funny, actually. But the way that Tamra like responded to it, threatened to sue the Bravo Babe, then took that down. There's no traces of that anywhere online. I'm sure, actually, maybe the Bravo Babe has it somewhere, but she was threatening, and now she's changing her story and saying that Katie gave the Bravo Babe that information, and that's just not true. Oh, whoops. Hold on, I'm looking back at my post. Okay, and then I wrote, so could it have been a prank? Maybe. But if I were being accused, I wouldn't lie about the source or threaten to sue someone over public information and then quietly delete the threat. It's just not adding up. Something weird is going on. And then I started going off about other people. Shannon just got a redemption arc and is already acting up. This is the same Shannon who had Joel Kim Booster so appalled that he posted about it. Even Alex Baskin told her to rein it in. That's saying something considering the chaos he allows from men on his other shows. like, oh my God, Shannon freaking out is so much worse than Jax actually abusing Brittany. Like, this is rage content, I'm telling you. Okay. And then I wrote, I cannot listen to Emily obsess over food in any way, shape, or form ever again. A lot of us can relate, but not for 4 seasons straight. I'm tired, honestly. Jen used to be interesting until that insensitive video came out. At least her doe eyes and glam are nice to look at. But if her body isn't bikini ready, you will never see my face again. I still feel that way. Then the last one, Gina threw Heather Dubrow under the bus and claims that she is the one who dug up the information on Katie's past that Emily delivered during the reunion. This better not be true. But even if it is, Emily is still at fault for being the messenger and running with it while trying to humiliate Katie at an extremely difficult time in her life. Shame. Did I miss anything? Wait, let me see. What is in the comments? Do we think that Heather Dubrow dug up the information on Katie? I honestly wouldn't be surprised. I just am a little like, we need to know for sure, because if you think back to the reunion last season, Heather went up to Katie and apologized to her during the break and was like, I'm so sorry that happened. And I, in that moment, was like, oh my God, Heather's not a monster. So like, I've been like being lenient on her since then. But Emily, I've been like going hard on, and maybe that's why Gina decided to spill the tea that Heather Dubrow is actually the one who dug it up, because I myself, and I know other people, have been very loud about how messed up that was. We're still talking about it because it was gross. And Emily just has she's bored and she's boring. And I'm tired of her trying to scream and yell at people and putting food in her purse. What would Mary Cosby say about that raw egg in her purse? Tisk, tisk. I hate that we're like, this is our last show of the week because we're like ending on that negative note. But I wanted to thank you all for being here. And I guess that's a wrap on today's Bravo and Blaze live stream. If you had fun hanging out, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share with your Bravo besties. You never know who might be lurking in the chat. You can catch replays, merch, and all of our links at bravoandblaze.com. And don't forget to join us on Patreon for the kind of content that is not safe for Bravo. Until next time, stay fabulous, stay shady, and of course, stay lit. Mwah, mwah. How do I finish this?